So Around the Horn show ended and no Max Kellerman. And how did I feel about it? Well, I wasn't gonna waste my time watching it. I like Tony Reali, all right. I stopped watching Around the Horn a long time ago. So they 20 years plus. They run for a long time. But to be honest with you, I thought it was kind of pompous and kind of stuffy. That's the end of writers on a show, but then they got bought and paid for, you know. Sometimes it became a situation where it just sounded like it was just at the ESPN lounge and they just kind of the show was successful, but it didn't it pretty much politicked itself. And sometimes the what made it look like it could have been a cool thing, it got watered down. I never cared for Jay Mariotti's behind. I thought he was racist and I thought he was a bit much. And it felt like Kellerman had to self serve him once upon a time till he got in trouble. Then he got himself booted off the show. That was no great loss for me. Woody Page, who's like almost seemed like a Jack Nicholson type of character on the show, his wildness and whatnot. I never forgot what he once said about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He said some quote on that show like I'd never give Kareem an endorsement. So I never wanted to hear anything he had to say because he wasn't better in his profession than Kareem was at his. So you really don't have no room. I thought they did incorporate more African American male and female takes at time, but at first it seemed kind of whitewashed. They put a lot on Bob Ryan. He was kind of pompous. Some of the stuff that he said. Jay Adani was cool, casual brother, certain things. Plansky was okay, Bill Plansky. It's just that it just didn't hold my interest after a while. It was entertaining show at a particular time, but I'm kind of like Max Kellerman. When he checked out, he kept it moving. I think the way ESPN did Max Kellerman was dog. I think that the fact that they sat there and they slurped up to Stephen A. Smith. So this is what people just understand. I don't be having no bias just because you black. Because if I think you whack, you whack. And I think Stephen A. Smith is whack. I think Terrell Owens was right about what he said about Max Kellerman on this show. It was never the same. And, you know, so good riddance to Round the Horn. I mean, it was entertaining to an extent. But once they get bought and paid, they have to say certain things. You never get people to say how they really feel because there's too much money involved. You can't be on ESPN if you don't say LeBron's the second greatest player ever and you don't somehow sideswipe Kobe or you don't sideswipe what they want. You got to give footballers everything about Brady. And, it's always, it's just not a balance. Baseball, they don't give Barry Bonds his due. There's things that you see that things just don't add on compute to what they should. So, it was an interesting show once upon a time, but it fell off. And like most things on that network. And the ones that are really good, legit journalists, you never got a chance. Would have been something if the Ralph